going on, my people? This is Blanche Eden, your host for Black Trending News. All right, so this is episode 27. And it is going to be a very controversial episode. I could already see the comments and the opinions, but it's okay because this is a safe space for people to voice their opinions, even myself. You are welcome to leave your comments and your opinions however you feel, as long as it is not abusive. Please, by all means, say how you feel. But this is going to be about an episode that took place in Lollapalooza in the past week. I don't know how old the video is, but it's at least a few days old. It surfaced on Twitter, I believe. And then I saw one of the YouTubers I follow had made a commentary about it. And I said, let me look at this. It seemed pretty serious. But then I saw the video and I was taken by it. I had to watch it a few times. And I'm going to play the clip in a second. But the first time I saw it, I had the look on my face. I was a bit confused. I think it looks bad. It looks worse than what it is. Like, if you look at it at first sight and you're not really paying attention, it looks like you get this energy that something really bad is happening to this young lady by the name of Gianna. And there's not much else that I know about her. I think she's 20 and she was visiting Lollapalooza. Her bag wasn't the right size. They have a bag requirement, and it was, I guess, a little over the size, or they just didn't like her bag. Whether it had 2 straps, 1 strap. They said her bag couldn't go in there based on what I've been hearing. And the first thing I thought was, well, why didn't you just throw the bag out, or just maybe take your wallet and your money and your ID, toss the bag and go to the concert? It didn't look like it didn't look like this, extravagant bag. I don't know if she took a cab there. Maybe she didn't have a car. I don't know what the situation was, but if it's just a bag that you can't get into somewhere, or when you go somewhere you can't bring a drink, just leave the drink at the door. Or just throw the bag in the garbage. All right, I won't bring the bag in. Can I go inside and enjoy my show? That's the first thing I thought was weird. I've never been to Lollapalooza. I don't know what the rules are. Somebody let me know in the comment section. But I was just like, that was the first thing. Now the video starts with her on the floor screaming, let me go, get off of me, or whatever she's saying. But if you watch carefully, which I had to watch it about 5 or 6 times, because there's so much yelling and screaming going on that it's hard to focus. So you really have to, I had to even watch it with the volume off so I could just pay attention to the visual. And when I looked at the video, I realized that nobody was really manhandling her. It looked like, based on just a non-biased, I'm trying to make a very non-biased podcast because, so just looking at it from an outsider and the screaming going on, it could look like they're manhandling her. But when you really look at the video without the screaming, they're trying to put her hands together so they can walk her out of the venue. They weren't, now we've all seen these videos that are very aggressive and very violent and very hostile, right? We've seen those. I've seen them where the man is shot, killed, tasered to death, paralyzed afterwards, in some really fucked up shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men and women are bad shape. These men or cops or whoever really let them have it. Okay? These 2 security guards were not doing anything to her. And that's not an opinion. That's just what I visually see. They are trying to put her hands together. Like, you could see them putting their hands by her hands to put her arms together to walk her out. It looks like she is doing most of the quote violent movements with her body because she is saying to get off me. So not only is she yelling it very loud to it sounds where someone is really hurting her, which it doesn't look like anybody's really hurting her in the video. If you turn off the yelling, you would see that no one's really hurting this young lady. She is yelling and just kicking. I mean, I know that guy had some either got kicked in the face, in the butt, in the nuts or something, right? She was wanted to get out of the grip, but it didn't seem like anybody was holding her down. Like, she didn't see it's because when she was ready, she was able to compose herself and find out who was making the video and to give her phone number to them. That was the second red flag for me. When I saw that the first time, I was like, that's strange that she was able to compose herself off the floor and stand up and make sure that there was a camera going. That was the first sign. No way am I saying that this was clout chasing. I'm just stating what I saw. It could be or it couldn't be, right? It could be whatever it is. But it just seemed like her priority and her intention was to make sure she had a video. And I get it, right? Because something probably went wrong, more than likely. Maybe she was treated unfairly or unjustly. So you want to make sure you have it. But the video that was released, that was more than likely released by her, I have to make a wise assumption it was released by herself. I don't know who released the video, but it starts when she's on the floor. So we don't know what happened previous to that. But she was able to compose herself and speak. Somebody who, I'm going to get to my point in a second. But somebody who is getting tasered or shot or beat up really don't have time to check to see if this is getting recorded. That was a red flag for me. That made me go, this girl is really not in any kind of danger. Because if I'm really in danger and something's really going on with me, I'm not going to be like, yo, let me give you my phone number, send me that video. I mean, you let me know in the comments as you talk to me, let me know what's going on. What do you think? Right? Most of these men you see or women, that you see are getting harassed by the police officers, they're not like, yo, make sure you get that video. This is my number. Like, I don't know. That was just a red flag. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go in anymore. But it was a red flag to me. It made me go, that's all. Okay. And then when she turned around, she was dragging again. But her body was dragging. Nobody was dragging her. It was like she was doing the dragging. It's like even when she was on the floor, she was doing the kicking and the yelling and the scraping on the floor. They're saying her body, she's in the hospital, but she was on the floor. She was putting herself on the floor because when she was ready to stand up and make sure that the cameras were rolling, and let me make sure I get my video before I get thrown out of here, she was able to do that with no problem. I don't get it. If somebody is being so awfully beat up, she didn't, honestly, I didn't see not one person put a hand on her throughout the entire video. They were trying to move her hands, but they weren't aggressively grabbing her. She was kicking and, it's hard to grab somebody who's doing that, right? But they have to escort her out. So for whatever the reason is, I don't know what happened, but that's not important because my point is that police violence is a serious motherfucking issue. It is a serious fucking issue. And I'm not saying that this young lady is doing it. But it did make me think that are there people using these incidences as opportunities to my damn cat. That is my cat. So are there people using these moments when the camera is rolling as opportunities? Because police violence is a really serious thing, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Like, there are people who are being choked, like I said, tasered, murdered, like serious, heated stuff, like life-threatening, life-taking incidences. And there was nobody doing those type of things to her. So it just really makes me go, like, why was she yelling and screaming like that? Yes, I understand they're escorting you out the park, but people were literally passing by getting the impression that someone was really hurting her. And I'm just looking at the video like, yes, you want somebody to get off of you, but you were able to stand up like real quick and make sure, like, I'm trying to understand what happened to when you was on the floor and when you got up and made sure that the camera was rolling and you gave out your number to get that video. It just, don't drag me now, okay? I have a safe space to speak my mind. But I just feel like it was a performance. That's all. And I'm not saying she's a bad person. I don't know. But police brutality is a very serious issue. And it's not something to, there's white people. Oh, yeah. And she screamed out something about black people. That was the second red flag. If you are... and most of us could say, all right, I'll use something we most can relate to, right? When you was getting your ass whooped as a kid, who was screaming, you know, who would, like, you was getting your ass whooped. When you see these police brutality videos, these men and women do not have opportunities to be screaming out, giving out phone numbers, and making sure the cameras are rolling. That's basically what I'm saying. They don't have time for that because there's a real, intense, dangerous, life-threatening situation going on. But Gianna found a way to make sure that these things are intact when her performance was over. That's just really what it looked like to me. And it breaks my heart. Listen. It breaks my heart to say that. It's just what it looked like to me. I could be wrong. I mean, this really doesn't matter. This is not in the court of law, right? Who the hell cares, right? I could be wrong. I did not know. I was not there. But based on the video, I did not see, even when the cops came over to her. I'm sorry, when it cut to another part when the cops were taking her cuffs off. They were letting go of her, even though she was kicking and screaming after they took off the first cuff off of one hand. No one put a finger on her. Now, if this was another incident from like what we have seen online, man, they would have fucked that nigga up. Okay? She actually, to be honest with you, like, I feel like I just feel like I'll choose my words carefully. I won't even say it. But I just feel like they did not. I feel like they, based on the video, right? Because this is all I'm going off of. But based on and there's a lot of footage. But based on the video, it looks like they handcuffed her because they're police, and they didn't look like they were arresting her. They looked like they were trying to restrain her because maybe they thought she was unpredictable because they're literally trying to put her hands together to walk her out, but she is kicking and yelling violently. So I understand. Like I said, I've never been in this situation. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not talking down on anybody. I want to hear the rest of the story because I want to hear her vocalize, not by yelling and screaming on the floor, but in a paragraph, to vocally speak about what happened, because it just doesn't look genuine to me. And then at the end, when she got out the cuff, she was like, where's my video? I was like, wow. So I mean, she, again, like, normally when somebody is very distraught and traumatized, they're in shock, a lot of times. Not everybody, right? Maybe she was able to be shocked and out of control and then focus on her video, right? Maybe she was able to transition easily like that. I mean, she's a young girl. Maybe that's something she would have been able to do. But I felt like she was in character and then out of character, and then in character and then out of character. That's what I saw. And I don't put it past anybody to perform when they have a camera rolling. I really don't, because we've seen it. Like, let's be real, right? We've seen the Jussie Smollett incident. So I really feel like what I'm saying is not like so off the wall. Oh my God, how could she say that? Because people are doing it. They are literally faking shit for fucking clout, and it's aggravating. And it doesn't make sense to me when there are real people actually experiencing serious, intense, life-threatening, life-taking police brutality out here in the streets. And then there are people who are faking homophobic acts and all kinds of stuff that's really happening to people. So I'm not saying that's what she is doing. I just hope that anybody wouldn't do anything like that. I'm not even really focusing on this young lady. I'm just focusing on the situation and what it brought to my mind when I saw it. The heavy concern of the video. The heavy concern. It wasn't just once. It just, I don't know. I feel like if I'm traumatized, just thinking, I would have been like, can somebody call my mom? Please help me. Please don't leave me alone by myself. I'm scared. This is language that, as a young woman who hopefully will never have to be in that situation, may use. But maybe she said it before the clip show. I don't know. It's not the whole video, apparently. I don't know if it is. I don't know what will resurface later. Who knows, right? But just based on what I see, I hope that I just would like to hear both sides of the story. I want to hear more of the story. I'm interested in it. I want to follow up on this. I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to say goodnight.
Yes, we did. Get off of me! Just let her stand up. What the fuck are you doing? Let her stand up.
Keep going. Let's keep going.
Get off of me!
Who's recording this? Who's recording this?
Girl, you don't want it recorded?
No, I do.
Okay.
My number is 773. Take my number down. That video needs to be sent to me.
773. It's in the video.
931.
Okay.
6231.
Okay.
Why treat black people?
I have a right to know.
Off of me. Mom! Get your hands off of me!
Just keep walking.
Get off of me!
You have a right to be here. Why? No, you really don't.
Get off
No,
of me!
injustice.
Get off of me!
No, this is not okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
Get off of me!
Ladies, keep going. Just keep walking. Not hurting her.
Get off of me! Who's Who's recording this?
No, you're hurting
Who's
her.
recording this?
No one's hurting her.
Girl.
We're police.
You don't want to record it?
No, I do. What's
Okay.
my number?
She's gotta go.
773. Take my number down. That video needs to be sent to me.
773. It's in the video.
I can't see the
931
Okay.
6231.
Okay.
In front of everyone. Are you guys are you Oh, ma'am, chill.
Let's go. Set these hands on the top of me. Like, what the hell is wrong with
Ma'am,
you?
if I take this off, are you gonna
Yes, take them off.
Awesome.
What the is wrong with you? I paid money for this. You're
gonna go on
my
your way.
girl with me. My child.
Relax.
Smiling.
Okay, relax.
I'm bleeding.
I got you. We're gonna get
Leave
your
me alone.
attention.
Stop touching me.
You don't want these off. I gotta take this off.
Stop touching me.
Go on your way.
Your flip flops ready.
Give me. I need that video now.
Yeah, okay.